I can't say anything negative about Eminem because they'll come after me.
And you don't.
So
and you don't.
I can
And
only
you
imagine.
don't. And you don't.
Shut
You
the
are
fuck up. Now let me talk.
You don't.
Shut the fuck up.
You don't.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
We in the A. We can get up.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You talk with.
Let's do it.
I don't. It's not. And I was telling Stevie this. Like, it's not my world. Like, I know for a fact that that's what y'all do, and the internet is y'all's world. I get it, but that's not my world at all. It has no effect on me, and I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, if the internet's talking about me, right? I don't know them, so if they're talking about me based on whatever it is out there, then that's them interested in me. I'm not interested in them, and it's no disrespect. I don't know who you are, and I just don't put too much stock into this YouTube influencer shit unless it has some positive shit to do. If it's negative, then why would I even care? Let's be honest.
What about how do you feel, Stevie, about what he said?
I mean, I hear you, bro, but like based on what I've heard you say, that statement doesn't seem to fit. Like, based on what you said a couple days ago with Danza, like you had some things to say in regards to.
What did I say? Let me know. Tell me what I said.
I mean, the gist of it was like, he pretty much he a Uncle Tom, he a bootlegger and all this shit because he support Eminem.
I feel like anybody that is always tearing down the next black man for something, like you don't know me.
Yeah.
Like and most of it is because of the Eminem thing. Like most of it is that.
The only reason why.
Right now, my theory is this. My theory, and then I'll let you talk, bro. Yeah. My theory is this. My theory is most of you guys, right, that do your channels praise Eminem or like put on content for Eminem because you know that Eminem has a huge fan base.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're doing it for anybody else. So you know automatically you can get locked in to all of Eminem's fan base. Now you do know that most of his fan base, right? And maybe we can shed some light to this so you can understand. Like, a lot of Eminem's fan base are white people who don't even like black people. A lot of Eminem's fan base are white people who don't even listen to hip hop. A lot of his fan base are just white people who just want, because of hip hop.
Let me ask you a question because I want to address us.
All right,
because I want
go
you
ahead.
To keep
But then just let me finish because I think it's important.
No, I get it. I don't want to forget what you just said. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I
don't think you're gonna forget.
Okay,
but let me finish. But after you ask the question, I need to finish my point. Are we gonna ask the question?
I don't forget what you just said.
You okay? Well then, write it down. So let me just finish my point. So my point is, like, a lot of Eminem's fan base are racist, and they only dig into hip hop and Eminem because he's veered as the #1 selling artist, as the biggest artist over a culture of black people where hip hop is the #1 influence in the world. So let's understand who his fan base is, and really,
but what do you base that on, though? What do you base that on? Why do you feel like most of his fan base only tap into Eminem, tap into hip hop because of Eminem?
Because all right, well, let me explain why. Because for the last 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. I get so much racial. I've been called so much like, because I could see through this. You need subscribers to feed your family, to pay your bills.
That's cap though. Because that's cap though. That may be valid for like other content creators. And I understand what you're saying like that. Like it was validity towards some of what you said. Well, a lot of what you said in the great big picture, because some people ride that Eminem train.
Yo, hold on, what happened to my thing? There we go. Like I keep. What happened?
A lot of people ride the Eminem train to get views. I understand that, bro. But like specifically for Stevie, and I want to keep myself out of it because I want to speak for the majority. But like my channel's a bit different. But I wouldn't expect you to know that because I don't imagine you tapped into like how I got to where I am right now at this point. Because the way I view music, or the way I viewed music like 4 years ago, was more along the lines of what the you talking about. You know what I'm saying? But like I tapped into Eminem when I got exposed to Eminem. I didn't with him. I didn't like him. Right, and then I got an opportunity to dive into his and really got to see what this fool has been doing the past 20 years, and that made me appreciate what he does to hip hop, has done for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the regular motherfucker that's riding the Eminem train.
What has he done for hip hop?
Pause real quick, y'all.
Yeah,
there's some weird echo. Zeno, did your phone geek out?
Yep. Zeester?
Yeah.
All right, now it's good. All right, so look, it's you got to understand, and it's going to be tough for you to find middle ground because you know, Z, I was talking to you earlier, and I know you're angry.
It ain't that serious, Miguel. Just let him
I know,
talk,
but I
man.
also know you're angry about some too.
I'm not angry. Why you keep
I
saying
wouldn't
I'm
say he's
angry,
angry.
bro?
I just feel like he
It's
has a
not
different
even about that.
perspective than me.
You know what?
Y'all are tripping, man. Y'all.
I'm gonna say why you're angry, right? I think that the truth is when you do speak on it, I know the real you, and I had the conversation with you. Some people do way too much in your DMs and your family's DMs. You know what I mean?
For over 20 years.
And then so you're allowed to be mad about that.
Bro,
but hold up,
let me tell you something, dog. If I was Benzino, bro, I can only imagine the amount of heat toxic stands have given you for the past 20 years. I understand that, but that's not reality, bro. Like that's not the real world, bro. But you represent.
But how can you say on one hand the internet? How can you say
no?
that?
But you
just told me that the internet.
because
Didn't you just tell me?
no,
you
you're
just
not
tell
reality,
me
bro. You're not
let
reality.
me talk. Okay,
all right.
all right. Just calm down, bro. Relax. We're not going to be able to interview if you keep screaming and yelling. You just told me. You just told me.
I was talking loud.
You just told me before this that the internet is the real world and it's turned into the real world. Yeah. But now because it's not the real world, when I'm getting hate, look, this is what I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna keep it short because I'm not gonna argue or debate with you. I'll just log off. I ain't got time for this. Listen, my thing is this, bro. Like, you made a point to say Eminem's bridged the gap. You say that he's done for hip hop, and I'm trying to figure out he bridged the gap. What? He hasn't bridged no gap, bro. And this is the problem. And let me probably enlighten you so you can see. Once again, America, all right? America. Now, I don't. Where you from, Stevie? Where you from? Where you grow up? All right. So you here in the A, right? Like, okay. America is, there are places. Have you been to like in the Midwest America, like in the Midwest? Have you been like to Idaho, Nebraska, Wisconsin, places like this? All right. Look, Stevie. So look, right? There's places in America that never see a black man and that never want to see a black man. We have to come to the and that's not because of me, Stevie. Like Benzino didn't do that. Yeah. That's the history of this country, Stevie. Okay.
But no,
that's the history. Well, let me.
No, but I gotta stop that right there, bro. Because that's not reality, bro. It's just geographically low.
Let me interject a little bit. Let's get it.
That's not reality, Stevie.
No, that's geographically, bro. They're white in Idaho
and Missouri. What are you talking about?
They're white in Idaho and Wyoming and Montana because geographically that's where white people are.
But how is that not reality?
Realistically,
how is that not reality?
How much grip?
What are you talking about,
How much grip? How much control does Idaho and Montana and Wyoming have over hip hop?
Listen to me. Are you gonna listen, Stevie?
Yeah, I'm listening. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, you can learn something, bro. Why don't you listen and learn something and stop cutting me off? Man.
All right.
In the Midwest, right? You got white people that don't even deal with black people, right? Most of the white people that deal with black people are the ones in the inner cities and that grow up with them. But unfortunately, Stevie, there's a lot of white people that do not deal with black people. Okay. The funny thing is that's how Trump is getting all the votes. Trump probably really isn't against black people. I don't know. His father was a Klan member, but Trump gets the votes when he says stuff like bad stuff about Mexicans and bad stuff about black people. So he's going to get, because he knows that he don't have to say nothing else. He'll just run on make America really white again, and then he'll get all those votes. Understand, Stevie, once again, when Eminem came out, Eminem is from St. Joseph, Missouri.
He was born
Eminem, right. But he was there. He was there until 10. If you're born there, that's where you're from.
No, that's not where you're from. I was born in Texas. Now living when I was 3. That means I'm born. I was from Texas.
If you're watching right now on whatever stream you're
watching, bro, he lived there. Hold on,
Easter. Let me get in there.
He grew up there.
Let me get in there.
I'm out. Y'all can have this. I'm not with this.
All right, but relax a second. Hold on a second.
Eminem got a loyal one. That's cool. I'm not gonna do that. If we're gonna have a conversation, I'm gonna talk, then he's gonna talk. If he's gonna interrupt me, I don't want to do this anymore because it ain't that serious.
All right, I'll let you. My bad, Benzino. I'll let you talk, bro. My bad. Dog.
Stevie, all I'm saying is this, bro. Look, number one, I'm just trying to get my points, bro. That's it. And if you don't see it that way, I don't have any problem with that, man. We can agree like men to disagree, bro. It's not no hostilities. It ain't no anger. Like, I know that's what gets the clicks and comments. But man, we gotta see beyond that and just be like really like, you know, like, come on, man. Like, I don't got nothing against you, bro. I don't know you to have anything against you, to have hostilities against you. You do your YouTube thing, I respect it. I do my thing, respect it. And that's just it. The Eminem thing, listen, bro, I've never met him. You've never met him. Why would two black men sit here on a live arguing over a white man we ain't never met and we'll probably never meet? Like, it don't make sense, Stevie. And listen, bro, let me tell you, I get it. He got a big fan base, and by feeding, drinking the Eminem Kool-Aid feeds that fan base. And if that's what feeds your family, then I'm not gonna fuck that up. And I'm not gonna say, do your thing, black man, and get your money. But the reality of my reality, how I see it, is just how I see it. All right? I've been around a long time, and it's just how I see it. I believe that his fan base, most of them, and I'm not all of them, but most of his fan base are racist. Most of his fan base just use Eminem just to put out white supremacy bullshit. Most of his fan base care nothing about a black rapper. And I'm gonna give you an example. And I've said it before. Him and Royce came out with an album, Bad versus Evil, and it sold maybe 1 million copies. Royce came out with an album 6 weeks to 2 months after that, and it didn't even crack over 50,000 copies. I don't even know if it cracked over 30. All right? That you just got to do the math. What is that telling you? That's telling you that all his other white fans did not fuck with the black man who was just on the song with him. Same thing with D12. Eminem gets on the album, they go double platinum. Then do something on their own, nobody buys their shit. Like,
is it possibly because nobody cares about their content, though, that it ain't that good?
Well, why wouldn't they care about their content if they're down with Eminem and there's so much bridging the gap and they're supporting? But let me just finish. If they do, then they're supposed to support the black artists too. That's why there's no other black artist on his label. That's why they all end up flopping or leaving.
But I mean, Yellow Wolf went to his label and he flopped too. He's white.
Because Yellow Wolf's not that hot. He's not that hot.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say to other people. Yellow Wolf was kind of fired at them at the time.
Can I respond?
For sure.
It's because it has nothing to do with race, bro. It's because everybody was there to see Eminem, and that was it. Eminem could make an album with Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, Beyonce, right? It doesn't matter. Everybody's there to see Eminem. That's it, bro. Like, it has nothing to do with race. It's because they fuck with Eminem. And I think you have. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but white people are the majority in America. You know what I'm saying?
And what that means?
But let me finish. You asked me to be quiet. Let me finish.
Okay. All right.
And it's not white privilege. It's majority privilege, bro. The majority. What? Listen. Let me finish.
I'm listening. I can laugh.
Let me finish. Right? But this is what it is. This is what it is, bro. Think about anybody that listens to what they like, bro. It's the relationship, it's the relativity, the connection I have with this artist. The majority of Black America cannot connect with what Eminem is saying. I would argue that the reason why most people support the artist that they support is how they relate to that artist. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about that. If Eminem, of course Eminem is nice, but Eminem is representative of what is the majority of America. So by default, he's going to get all of the support and the fan base he gets because he is how he looks. And on top of that, he can back it up because what he does lyrically. Like, you're just getting mad at reality, bro. It's like, it is what it is. If a white man went to Africa trying to do Afro beats, they're not going to fuck with him because that's not the majority there. Majority privilege, bro. It is what it is. It's just 9-inch nails. And that's not Eminem at all, bro. This can literally do everything in hip hop.
Okay, that's your view on it. I respect it. It's your opinion.
It is true that, it is true that
What's true? What's true?
Okay, so let me get the words off too. Damn, Zayster, come on, I can't talk.
Because you're talking about true. What's true? I'm gonna tell you what's true. Go ahead. You tell me what's true.
What's true, right? There, no matter what, there is gonna be whenever Eminem does drop something, people are gonna fuck with it regardless if it's whack or not.
White people, say white people, say white people.
No, you got some black guys.
That's important. Say white people. That's important. Say white people.
Hey,
Miguel,
let me
say white people.
Let me finish what I was saying first.
Let me say one.
Right. Let Miguel finish what he's saying. When you say people, say white people.
But you're not even letting me get to the point though.
Yeah, but no. When you said no. When you said he could drop anything and people are gonna buy it, you gotta say white people.
So no black people will buy it.
I know, but I didn't even get to finish my
thoughts. Very small. No. Very small percentage.
I don't disagree with you. Honestly, I don't.
All right, thank you.
I think that it's well documented in hip hop, and there's been a lot of very popular rappers that have spoken up and said, you know, we don't bump that in the hood. There are a lot of there are a lot of people that speak on it. I forget, recently there was just somebody, maybe even today or yesterday, that came out and said, I think it was Boosie, that said, you know, that's not what we do. We don't listen to it. So I know that by far.
He can't relate to it because you just said it. He's not in our culture. He's in their culture. And let me tell you this, the last 4 or 5 albums he's dropped has been straight garbage. And not just the rhyming, but also the fucking beats. Let me ask you a question, Stevie. Eminem gets 60 years old. He's around the corner from 60. We all are, right? Okay, he's really, no. He's really a couple years older than that, but we'll leave that alone. But look, let me ask you a question. Eminem said he was never gonna rap into his 50s. He lied, right? So let me ask you a question. When Eminem is 60 and he's long gone, what are you gonna do with your YouTube channel? What you gonna talk about next?
I mean, that just goes to show that you don't not informed of what I do, bro, because my shit is not Eminem specific.
Well, why don't you tell me, Stevie? I'm sorry, you tell me.
I'm saying, though, bro, like, I support Eminem because I realize what the
No, I'm asking you what else you do. What else do you do on your YouTube?
Music. I have 2 channels. I cover music on one, and the other channel I cover just life in general, right?
Okay.
I got a nice audience on both. Right, it's not just Eminem.
Which one do you have more?
I have more on my music channel because I started that.
Exactly.
First. I started my music channel first. My other channel is growing faster than my music channel, bro.
Okay, so Stevie, so let me tell you what I've done. You know, let me get a little.
You asked me.
I know, but maybe I should tell you. Maybe you don't know.
Bro.
Yeah, but I'd like to say it,
bro. Like,
I'd like to say it. You just said yours. I'd like to say it. Okay, go ahead. All right, I'm gonna wait till you finish, but I'm gonna say what I've done. Go ahead.
I don't need to know that. Like, just because.
But I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna say it anyway. So I own the biggest magazine in life, all right? That documented this shit, all right? That documented when there was no internet, all right? And we started in 1988. All right. And I also invented the Source Awards, which was the blueprint for what BET's doing. All right.
What's BET doing now?
Award shows on hip hop. It's my blueprint. We did a 2 years contract. They came in. We did the Source Awards. They bounced out of the contract and then did the BET hip hop. Everybody knows it. But anyways, let me keep going. I produced on Nas's Stillmatic album. That's my biggest production. The intro on it. All right. That's my biggest production credit. I've been on many, I invented the Source Hip Hop Hits, which sold over 5 million copies on Def Jam Records, all right? Let's see, let's just keep going. I had a top 20 song called Rock the Party and toured the world with that, all right? We was making $2.5 million a month with the Source at our heights. All right, we did amazing things at the Source magazine for 18 years, Stevie. After that, I invented Hip Hop Weekly and did that for 7 years. All right. After that, I dibbled into the reality TV world and got on about 4 or 5 #1 shows every show I was on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, brother, like what you're doing with YouTube, I commend you. Good thing, brother. Keep doing your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean, bro? I've been out here a long time, bro.
What have you
And I've
done? What have you done in the past 5 years?
I've accomplished way more than you. And I've accomplished way more than you. I've accomplished way more than you.
That's valid, but like
I'll let you
oftentimes in the
talk.
world of psychology, when people attack you, they know that they're wrong, dog. Like, you gotta attack me personally to defend.
I'm not attacking you. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. I've accomplished way more than you.
But that's irrelevant to the argument. That's
no, it
ain't.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Because you've been more successful than me 20 years ago.
No, it ain't. You and your YouTube, listen, black man, keep doing your YouTube and keep getting your subscribers, black man. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
All right, but Benzino. Stevie, reset real quick. I get it.
What? Yeah, I'm good. You mean reset? You talking about reset? I ain't reset. I've done a lot in this. I've done a lot in this hip hop world. A lot, way more than him and all this. Way more than you and all your YouTube put together. Y'all are respect. Y'all are respect to what's going on here, bro.
But it don't
You
mean
mean
you
bro? You mean nothing. You mean nothing. Nothing.
Only reason why the fuck is relevant is all
you're a weirdo. You're a whole weirdo. Get off Eminem's dick, you dick rider. You a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You a whole dick rider.
Wait, let me ask you a question.
You dick ride for these crackers out here, and I don't. I don't.
Let me ask you a question.
Fuck out of here.
Benzino, are you more mad at Eminem or
I'm not mad at nobody.
Are you more mad?
I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not mad at nobody, Miguel. I'm not mad at nobody.
Bro, you hate
I'm not mad. How can a black man be racist? White people put us in chains, bro. How can a black man be racist? They enslaved us. You a whole bootlicker. You a whole Sambo. You a whole Sambo, bro. You a whole Sambo. You a whole Sambo. You a bootlicker. You a bootlicker, bro.
Right, okay.
How the fuck can a fucking black man be racist?
Tell me how.
In a country.
Your
ancestors were slaves, man. Are you crazy? Are you nut?
Tell me how.
What's the matter with you, bro? What's the matter with you, bro? Is it that serious? Is that the only way you can get money, by sucking these crackers nuts? The fuck is the matter with you, bro?
Bro, you so out of touch with reality, bro. It's
Man,
crazy.
How am I out of touch with reality when you sit your ass in front of a computer screen all day? Yo, bro, you suck white dick. That's not reality for me. I don't.
Bro, you racist as
all that, Miguel.
You're racist as You're racist, period, dog.
Say what you want.
Period. The only reason why Benzino was fucking relevant is because he raced every
you and all your cracker friends.
Nice and hip hop.
No. Eminem's fans are racist.
No, bro, you racist, dog. You racist.
Yeah,
you racist. The only reason why you get so much heat from stands because you talk so much. So of course
fuck
you
you
get the
and
most racist ass stands.
Hey, you and stands. How about that? How about fuck you and stands?
That's fine.
Steve, I got a question for you because I've been talking to your kids and attacking them. You don't think you'd have a problem with them?
I understand that, but the reality of the situation is that
Benzino
is Benzino, right? Benzino asks for that heat because the he puts out in the world. He's an outlier, bro. It's not reality of Eminem fans, bro. Like, I've been doing this YouTube shit for the music shit for the past 4 years, bro. I've even posted the negative aspect of sick ass stands, bro. I can't say anything negative about Eminem because I'll come after them.
And you don't.
I can only
imagine. And you don't.
Shut the fuck up. Let me talk.
You don't.
Shut the fuck up.
You don't.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
We in the A. We can get up.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You talk when?
Let's do it.
When you want to do it?
Let's do it.
When you want to do it?
Let me finish my statement.
When you want to do it?
Danza.
Yeah.
Let me finish my statement. I can only imagine what it is to be a Benzino, bro, because I
you could never be me.
But I hold to a standard, bro. So if there ever comes across a song that I don't quit, the stands attack me because I say something negative about Eminem. and I support Eminem. So I can only imagine the type of toxic ass racist hatred that a Benzino would get, but Benzino asked for it because the shit he puts out in the world, bro. Like, only reason why Eminem is popping because he's white. He asking for it, dog. That's not reality, bro.
So Eminem ain't asking for it by talking like this, Stevie. Eminem wasn't asking for it by talking like this.
The equivalent of a Benzino is like a KKK member being mad at black people. That's the equivalent, bro. That's how much he hates Eminem, dog. He's an outlier, bro.
Wait. You did Eminem not just drop a diss track?
And I didn't, bro, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Go to my reaction of it. I didn't like it. Look at the comments in my fucking video, bro. They like, bro, fuck you. It's blah 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 blah. Bro, I can't have my opinion. I didn't plug it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so no, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think Benzino brought this upon himself this time. The last time that Benzino had a conversation, one second. The last time he had a conversation, he was on No Jumper.
On the podcast.
You already talked. Can I talk now? Can I talk now? All right. So look. First of all, right? Eminem's not doing no interview with your dumb ass. All right. He's not doing no interviews with nobody. That's number one. Wait a minute. Number two, and more importantly, all right. Number two, and more importantly, right, at the end of the day, right, I'm not in no YouTube world. I'm out here. A lot of my I'm out here. I'm not with all this right here. I'm not with this because we could get up in person if it's a real problem.
Let's do it, bro.
I'm not with none of this.
Let's do it, dog. Let's do it.
When?
Let's do it.
Let's do it now, then. I'll pull up on your now.
Where you at?
I'm in Buckhead. Where you want me to come?
I'm in San Diego, dog.
Yeah. You better be. Clown ass nigga. Clown ass nigga. Kill me, man. You a fucking whole dick rider. I hate like you. You the worst. You the worst kind.
Bro, you the worst because you racist as fuck.
What did you? Okay, if I'm racist, right? What did you say? What about the Eminem racist tape? What about? Hold on. Hold on, Dick Rider. What about the Eminem racist tape? What about that?
Bro,
what about the Eminem? What about the Eminem? What about the Eminem?
What about the reason why you hate Eminem is because he's white. That's it.
What about the racist tapes? What about the racist tapes? Okay, what about the racist tapes?
So okay, all right, we can take it there. We can take it there. All right, you're gonna bring up again because you brought it up 20 years ago. You're gonna bring it up. You're gonna bring it up again.
I'm asking you. What about the racist tapes? How do you feel about it?
He said this shit when he was 15, 16, 17.
He wasn't, Stevie. He lied. Stevie, hold on. All right, let me tell you, bro, and we're going to bring it down, bro. Because you know what? This is what I got to get I got to get myself together because I'm allowing a white man to come at you. And I got to do better because this is, hold on. Just let me talk, Stevie. Let me talk, Stevie.
All right.
Like, I gotta, like, this is what's happening, bro. Like, a white man is making two black men come at each other. This is crazy. Let me explain something to you. Right, the two white dudes that brought the tape to us had been trying to sell the tapes. They told us he was 21. We did our homework on the Maxell tape. We called the Maxell company and we got the serial number of when the actual cassette was made. The man was 21. Okay, so but hold on, Stevie. Let's just say out of blue for argument's sake, because that's what they had to say because it was a up situation. There was too much money riding on him, and them tapes came out. The reason the tapes came out because the white boys said that Eminem wasn't with them after Paul got with him, went to Detroit, got around a bunch of black people. They said that he did not like black people. He grew up in St. Joseph. He was 10 years old. The two white boys that he was down with before he was down.
But why are you giving these two white boys so much credibility when they're telling you the
Can I just talk, Stevie? Stevie, you gonna let me tell the story? Are you gonna let me tell the story, Stevie?
All right, I got questions.
Are you all right? That's fine, but let me tell the story and then question.
All right.
The two white, they was a group, Stevie. When Eminem was born in St. Joe, he was there till 10 years old. If your parents have nothing to do with black people and they're probably against black people, don't fuck with black people, that's what you're thinking. That man made a tape with these two white dudes called the Racist Rap Hour.
I heard it.
All right. No, you didn't hear the whole thing because they sued us. Oh. We won a landmark case, but we could only use 30 seconds of it, and that's what we put in the source. It was way worse, right? It was calling porch monkey spooks, all kind of shit, and they pretty much one of the white boys is dead. I don't know if both of them are, but one of the white guys are dead. All right. So for them to show up at the Source magazine broke as fuck, all right, and they've been trying to sell the tape and said that Eminem turned against them, was fucked up. All right. When we listened to the tape was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
The tape was horrible, bro. Like, I don't. Okay, so Universal Records and Jimmy Iovine, they had to hire people to spin this away. So they spun it, and they said that he was 16 and fell in love with a girlfriend, and the girlfriend broke his heart. Now we're gonna be men right now, right? We know that 16 years old, this awkward looking dude wasn't talking to no girls.
That's bro.
My man, wait a minute. I'm almost done, Stevie. My man Champ, I've seen pictures of this dude digging in his toes when he was 16 years old. This man wasn't falling in love with nobody. This man never had a black girlfriend. And on top of that, he never made a public apology. He made some stupid ass song called Yellow Brick Road. Stevie, if you heard those, you wasn't like, especially the one about black women.
Yeah, I heard it.
Now, do you got sisters?
Nah, but I got a mama.
You got a grandmama too, right?
No, she's not no more, but yeah.
I know, but you had one. God bless her. God bless you. God bless her. I don't have mine either, and I don't have my mother. But he made a whole song talking about black women are bitches, white women are better, they're whores, and all right. Like no person has ever like. Now don't get me wrong, because then the argument comes back. It's like, well, black artists say it's true. It's true. But things that are within our culture, like when I say, yo, what's up, my nigga, it doesn't mean the same as when the white boy in my DM saying, we as black people have taken so much where we could take something that is negative on us and flip it back in their faces and be like, look, we could be cool with it, but y'all can't. Listen, bro, like my Dave Mays was my partner.
Bro.
I've already said that I was in the studio, I was recording, I was in there with guys, I wrote the shit, and I was giving, and guys gave me a few lines. It happens all the time.
You're a ghostwriter, just admit it. So
all right, listen, bro. No. Ness produced. I rap better than you. I rap better than you. You. I rap better than you.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't. I ain't even tried. I bet you I rap better than you.
All right. So how about this then? So how about let's put up money? Me and you.
I got 10,000 on a rap battle between the both of y'all.
I'm with it. What we doing, Stevie?
Bro.
What's up? Are you gonna take the challenge?
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Right. So I need you to write something. Let's go. When we gonna?
But are you gonna write it though?
Yes, all right. Me and you can get in the studio together, or we could do it on Zoom where we both write it in the studio. It'll take some hours. I'll write mine, you write yours, and then we can shut it, and then we can end all this. How about it?
And shout out to everybody. I just want to say this real quick. You know what I mean? Add my 2 cents. I listened to all of this, and shout out to Stevie Knight. He didn't have to go live with Benzino. Benzino didn't have to go live with him. This happened last night, right? Stevie Knight has been making a lot of videos, pretty much reacting to what's been going on between Benzino and Eminem. I will say this, and this is just me being like completely fair. A lot of Stevie Knight, your videos have been biased towards Eminem. They have, and it seems like you were downplaying a lot of what Benzino was doing. So Benzino goes ahead, right? Because you're doing things like calling Benzino a clown and come on, man. And like you're not talking about Eminem in the same faction, like you're not, but Benzino ends up going on an interview and he says something about Stevie Knight. Stevie Knight makes a blog basically ethering Benzino. Next thing I know, Danza Project shout out to him. We might be following each other if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to him. He ends up getting Benzino on the line with this guy, and this is where they have it out and they talk. So there's some hostility from Benzino because he's seen the videos that Stevie Knight has been doing, right? I do want to say this, though. I think Benzino is right about a lot of things, and I think Stevie Knight may be right about some things as well, right? So when Benzino is trying to tell him most of Eminem's fans are white, that's not a lie. You know what I mean? They are. And I heard that Stevie Knight say, well, how does that really affect anything? It affects a lot of what's going on in hip-hop when you think about money. Right, the marketing dollars spent, you want to return, and it seems like, a lot of people that are of that demographic, they do buy Eminem. So if you are, I used to work at Island Def Jam, right? So they're gonna look at, you know, who can this artist affect the demographic? Where should the marketing money go? Where should the budget go? All right, so Eminem, he's a big artist over here. He's getting all the, you know, these people to buy his, you know, his albums. He's touring. He's doing really well. All right, so he's gonna be the artist that we're gonna put most of our focus on. So he's going to have more of a marketing budget. He's gonna have more of a, you know, influence on the labels. They're gonna push this guy, you know, and it's just smart business at the end of the day. So when Benzino was trying to say like, hey, have you been to Idaho? Have you been to this place that doesn't have, you know what I mean, black people there and all that? Like, I think that's maybe what he may have been trying to get at, or maybe I could be reaching, right? I do think Stevie Knight's right when he's saying like, yo, Eminem, you know, if that's an area where it's majority of people that look like him, it's just what they're going to gravitate to. You know what I mean? So I think he's right with that perspective. As far as Benzino, right? So we all looking at this through different lenses. So like me or you, we might look at it like, okay, well, Benzino doesn't like Eminem. Eminem doesn't like Benzino. They going back and forth, you know, and this has been going on for 20 some years, right? And then you got Benzino just got attacked by Eminem. Benzino responds. He puts out Black Elvis. Very great song in terms of a response to Eminem. Everybody liked it for the most part, except for a lot of reaction artists, right? And I think you were one of those people that didn't really like it. I'm just being real, you know, Stevie Knight. So you could like what you want to like. You don't have to like whatever he puts out, but the mass majority of reaction artists are trying to stomp on Benzino right now. That is a fact, you know, and when he's saying things like, you know, you guys are, you understand demographics, you understand like he's got a big fan base. The more you talk about him in a positive light, the bigger your channel's going to get, things like that. He's not lying about that. Now, I will say, you know, Stevie Knight, for his defense, a lot of his content has not been in favor of Eminem like a while ago. It wasn't. It wasn't until like his fans were just like, yo, like you got to get in tune with this, you got to watch this, and he started to do his homework and understood like who Eminem was as an artist, to where he grew to appreciate Eminem, right? So he's looking at it from like, okay, I've looked into this guy Eminem's career, I like his music, and now this guy's going back and forth with Eminem. You know, maybe that could be the reason why he's a little bit more biased towards Eminem, just being real. But when you're a person like Benzino, right? Regardless of how it started, they're going back and forth. This is one of the biggest artists in the world. I think Eminem might be bigger than, like, you know what I'm saying, a bigger artist than Drake. You know what I mean? Or maybe they're like around like that level, you know. But when you hear Eminem, like that's like generations, you know what I mean, of stardom with him. Drake is like a newer artist. It's not just Drake or nothing like that. I'm just saying what it is. So when you got somebody like that coming at you, right, you got to look at the DMs that Benzino may be getting on a regular basis from like Caucasian people calling him all out of his name. I just seen like a few posts on Twitter of people talking about Benzino, and it's a lot of racial stuff. So when he's coming from it from a lens like, yo, like a lot of these people are just using Eminem, racist people using Eminem to, you know, to hold him over us because they don't rock with black people. I think he's right when he's saying that. You know what I mean? Like, to where some people, they rock with Eminem, they rock with black culture. That's, you know, that's what it is. Some people may be like looking at it how, you know, Danza Project was basically saying like, yo, when Benzino tried to say, oh, well, if you look at Royce da 5'9", his album sales weren't really that good in comparison to where, you know, when he was with Eminem. You know what I mean? And this is why, because white people don't like black people music and all that. And Danza Project was like, no, that's not really true. Or they were like, you know, it's not really true. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like this, they just cut. I think, no, that was dude said, no, they're here to see Eminem. I think part of that is right? And I like how Danza Project, he was just like, yo, but what about Yellow Wolf, right? So Yellow Wolf, he was white, he flopped, you know, and they didn't really support that because he wasn't as hot, right? So it's like they're both right, you know what I mean, in different aspects, you know, so I want to give everybody their credit there. But Benzino, y'all got to think, he's lost a lot of Twitter accounts. He lost a lot of IG accounts. He's like, you know what I mean? He's losing a lot in this war, you know, and he's seeing a different side of white America in his DMs, you know, and I just seen a little bit of it on Twitter, and I can only imagine 20 years worth of that But that is that Eminem's fault? I would say no. You know what I mean? Eminem's not telling people like to, be racist towards Benzino. He's not doing that. When you're going against somebody, you're going against their fan base. It is what it is. That's like a byproduct of having a problem with somebody. And I will say Benzino low-key used his Source platform to discredit Eminem. You know what I mean? That's how I felt back in the day. He did. Eminem never got over that. And so he's been attacking him ever since. Now, the recent attack from Eminem, right, everybody talked about it. Benzino responded. First response wasn't bad. Everybody killed it in the media. Oh, it wasn't that good. Some people were like, oh, no, it was all right. Charlamagne the God, I think he liked it. You know what I mean? Different people, the Breakfast Club might have liked it. But, a lot of reactors are like, they didn't like it. They discredited it quickly. He drops Black Elvis. That's a song where people are like, Eminem might have to respond. Right? You know what I mean? Because it was that good of a song. But you got these creators who are the reaction artists. A lot of them know each other. They cool. They understand the fan base and the dynamic of not going against Eminem. So a lot of them tend to be biased towards Eminem. So now you got, Benzino, he's kind of calling this out. Like, this is an issue. You know what I mean? This is a problem. But I do agree with Stevie Knight when he's saying, like, you kind of bring a lot of this onto yourself, in some aspects throughout the years. But as a recent, Eminem kind of came at him. Now Benzino, he's got some fuel to the fire, and people are kind of putting him out into the news. They're reacting to him. He's getting attention. He's going on Drink Champs. He's talking about it. He's going on, you know what I'm saying, Danzig Project talking about it. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. They just followed me. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? He went on there. He was talking about it. So, it's just, he's getting attention from it. But with that, you're going to get negative attention. So I think they're both right, or, about different aspects of it. As far as Benzino kind of calling out, this dude, this reactor, basically Stevie Knight saying like, yo, you're not saying nothing bad about Eminem. He doesn't necessarily have to say anything bad about Eminem, but when you look at like everything, it's like, even when you see the back and forth between Stevie Knight and, Benzino, when Benzino's asking him like, yo, you don't think he has to say something to the public about this racial stuff that, that he spit out of his mouth, this racist stuff he spit out of his mouth? And Stevie Knight is basically like, man, that was 20 years ago. No, he made a song called Yellow Brick Road. Well, I'm sorry, for me, a song is not enough. When you say stuff like that about a culture and you trying to be a part of this culture, you've got to address some things. You know what I mean? Like, just a song ain't enough. It's enough for Eminem because people are just rocking with him, and you know what I mean? Because it's Eminem. Hopefully they can one day get him on the channel, and I'm not saying he's doing it, but it's kind of what happens. You know what I mean? When you got somebody that's big of a star, people will put, views and subscribers above morals. It happens, and I feel like Benzino's low-key calling out things in a different way. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. Like, they can both agree to disagree. I do like this kind of back and forth because it showed, they were talking about fighting and all that, but it did show Benzino can hold his own. He can go at somebody that has, I think this dude's got like 800-something thousand subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. That's just one channel. He's got other channels like 500-something thousand. I'm saying crazy numbers. He can get on there. He could talk to this guy, debate him, and be comfortable while he's doing it. You know what I mean? And, shout out to Stevie Knight. This is a guy that was, the Source Awards. Like, when Benzino is mentioning this, like, yo, I laid out the blueprint for the Source Awards. You know what I mean? That's true. Like, this is back with no internet. When you got a financial backing to do something, it was a big deal. Like, way bigger than what it is now. So for him to do that and get the level of support, get all the artists in and all that, that's big. That's major. And BET are kind of still running off of the format that he set. They are. So you saying things like, yo, what did Benzino do within the past 5 years? It doesn't matter what he did in the past 5 years, because if you look back a couple decades ago, he did enough, to where it was like, enough to where people are like, yo, this is legendary. So a person like him, regardless of the Eminem beef and all that, when it's all said and done with the books of hip hop, he's going to be a part of it. Whether or not he's been active in hip hop within the past couple years or not, or the past 5 years, that's a big feat for him to do, a major accomplishment. You know what I mean? So that's something that we will never be able to take away from Benzino, no matter how much we don't like his songs or we don't like that there's speculations of him having a ghostwriter, which I think he did. There's a video showing that there's a lot of people in the studio with him. He did admit people was sending him lines, feeding him lines. None of that really matters in the grand scheme of things. He was a mogul at one point in time going up against, you know what I mean, somebody who was one of the biggest artists, and this has trickled down for decades, and right now I think Benzino, song for song, I think he beat out Eminem. I think that was a win, but I think Benzino does have a problem to where when he has a win, he takes a couple steps back. You know what I mean? Like, you got to win against Eminem, you should just be quiet for a while or put the focus in other areas, not say, oh, well, I have people feeding me lines and you know what I mean? That kind of just took away everything. So now you got all these reactors. I'm not picking on Stevie Knight, but you got all these reactors that want to go against you. And that's one of the reasons why I did. And shout out to all the reactors, the people that do entertainment, that use like one of my videos. And I put something out there and I talk about battle rap mostly, primarily. Now I'm talking about everything, but I put out a video saying like, nah, like, like Cassidy said, because they were trying to say it was Cassidy. I'm like, Cassidy told me he didn't help him, and a lot of people clipped that and they integrated it into their videos, and I appreciate that, but at the end of the day, he did have a form of ghostwriting, like people helping him, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Shout out to Benzino, very, very good interview. Shout out to the Danza Project. I think we may be following each other. Shout out to you. I think, you know what I mean? You got a big interview coming up that I'm hearing about. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, all the success that you got. Shout out to Stevie Knight, one of the best reactors to ever do it. You know what I mean? And shout out to Benzino. I do feel like you are a legend in hip hop, whether or not people like it or not. Me saying that is not going to get fans or friends. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll talk to you for a second, like in the IG live. Like we was kind of going back and forth in the IG. I wasn't live in the comments when you was talking. But, other than that, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. Very good video. Stevie Knight. I would like you to do more of that. You know what I mean? Because I thought that was something, like, even though, because it showed, I can handle my own. Yeah, I can react, but I can tell you why I feel like how I feel. And I thought that was dope. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody. Come and rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? I've been a YouTuber for years. You know what I mean? And covering battle rap. I loved it. You know what I mean? But I think it's time for me to just do something else, you know what I mean? And, I'm kind of experimenting with different things, but I appreciate everybody for the support. Come and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.
Miss Crip Mac on hood. What's happening? Shout out PIPERBOY Williams, your verified source, battle rap and entertainment on hood.